Welcome back, guys. Welcome in. If it's your first time joining us, welcome to the show. If you're back, thanks for coming back. We are here for another edition of Vinyl Hall. I am your host, Ty. I'm joined by my co-host, Tyler. Tyler, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I've been busy the last couple of days, which you'll be able to see the results of here a little bit. I've been busy.
Nice.
It's been awesome, and yeah, ready to rock and roll and show off some stuff here that I have come across over the last couple of days.
Yeah, this will be interesting. You're kind of rediscovering stuff. I've got actually all shit from today. Actually,
Hell
my
yeah!
brother Josh hooked me up with a Zia gift card. So I had to go to Zia and use that. I've been basically off all this week because we're kind of closed in between this week because this week is always this week's like always the slowest week of the year for us.
The benefit of working for
Uh,
yourself.
the benefit and the downside is that it's the slowest week of the year. So like no matter what you do, you can't make any money.
That's fair.
So yeah, it's just most companies are just shut down or barely working
Yeah,
until
yeah.
till after the new year. So had some time, had to go to the office this morning for just a little bit to take care of a couple little things, and then went to Zia and did a little bit of running around. But Zia was one of the places I checked out and had to spend that gift card. So thanks, Josh. Shout out Josh, former guest of the
Former guest
podcast.
in the canon of the show, so
Yes.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
All our loyal listeners know Josh. So there you go.
Yep.
That guy.
Truly, you can
That's the guy.
put a put a face to the name.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
You also, something you texted me earlier today, you also found PS5s for the first time out in the wild, which I still have never done.
yes. Yeah, I
So,
saw actually
already getting out there.
PS5s at a local Best Buy. Um, I have a PS5, but I've ordered it online. I've never seen one in the store.
Never once.
So that was interesting.
Do you, okay, we're going to do another tangent on video games here. So I have a question. Do you know, so is that starting, is that a thing like, is that going to be a thing you think? Like, do you assume that's going to be more common, like going forward,
Mm.
or do you think that's an anomaly?
I could
That's
think
the
one
element.
of two things. Either they ordered a bunch for Christmas and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't sell as many as they thought they were
Okay.
going to, which
Yep.
isn't a good thing for Sony. Um, or it is getting better, which is possible, or kind of just a combination of all the above, or maybe C, just the people who want or really want one already have one. So now
Yeah.
it's just
It's,
becoming easier. It's just going to naturally become easier because they're less of a big ticket item now. It was interesting. There was new PS5s, all disc
okay.
versions, no discless. There
Ooh.
was Nintendo Switch OLEDs, which is the newest model of Switch that came out last year. No Xboxes though. So I don't
Okay.
know if that means Xbox is selling well. I know Xbox is like a big hot ticket item with their Game Pass subscription service that everybody loves.
Switches are
So,
really hot too, right?
oh yeah, Switches are internally hot. Like I don't
Yeah.
even want to. It's got to be like over 150 million sold.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you
think they
so
surpassed the Wii yet, but they might.
so I would assume that the chip shortage is starting to subside a little bit. I'm assuming that if there's two different systems that were in stock,
Well,
I
the Switch
assume
doesn't use all the same shit.
that,
So Switch
that's
uses all
fair.
old technology.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
but I mean the Switch came out 2016 now. It's just been out
Jesus
6 years.
God
So
damn.
yeah,
That's insane to think about.
yeah, I got
So
mine at Fry's Electronics, which doesn't exist anymore. So that's cool.
here. Right.
But anyways,
Yeah.
guys, we do Vinyl Haul every week. This is where we talk about things that we may have picked up or things from the collection. Just chat about records or physical media related, usually to music in some way. So let's get going. If you like this content, click the subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, all that good stuff. It certainly helps us out here on the channel. So Tyler, I don't know, you've been rearranging or cleaning or doing some winter
So
shit, I guess. So
yeah.
get us
Yeah. So
going.
I'm trying to declutter a little bit, and Ty knows. My back corner of bookshelf here was overflowing with fucking bullshit
Okay.
forever, and I just keep adding to it, and I've added to it for years, and I have not really tackled it and started to like get rid of shit. Like I still had all of my DVDs and shit there from that I've had my entire adult life or like teenage high school life to now, back when I was
Yeah.
still buying DVDs. So like I have all the DVDs, all the TV series. I got all that stuff, over there. So like I don't want any of that anymore. Like, and also like I'm gonna take it to Zia and get hopefully solid-ish trade, maybe.
Depends on what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I just have what everybody else has, so probably nothing. Like I don't know if you need another copy of fucking 40-year-old virgin and knocked up, right? Like, or Office Seasons or whatever, right? So I don't have anything cool. But I got rid of a bunch of books and stuff that I had, like, cause I used to buy like the random music books that I never fucking touch because I'm stupid. Yeah. So I got rid of a bunch of that stuff, and I.
So did you take it into Zia or
no? Not yet. No, it's
in
a box. It's in a box. Right
I've got a bunch of trade in as well. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So I found some stuff that we got together for all. I think all of this at some point we got together. So you're gonna remember all this shit. But I forgot that it literally existed. So
okay,
all right. So first up, like maybe the coolest thing. Really, I'll blow the load like pretty quick. So got the signed Seasons tour book.
Yeah. Yes.
So we bought this. There was 2 of them, and you didn't buy the other one the other one was like $10, and they're both $10, whatever, right? So there was another one you didn't buy it. I don't know.
Was it
why.
Seasons as well?
Yeah, they were both the same. So they're both. I don't know if both were signed. I want to say they were though, which kind of makes me feel like I don't know why you wouldn't have bought it. Like we both have been broke. But I feel like we would have figured out $10 at the time. This is like, we probably got this. What do you think? Over 10 years ago, right? Has to be.
Dude, I barely remember that. I do remember it, but I don't remember there being 2.
Yeah, so it's got to be like 2010, 2009, like end of high school, maybe just out of high school. Yeah. I might have got it before Big 4, so that was 2011, right? So like, it's 10, 11, 12 years ago, whatever, right?
So that's the whole band.
Yeah, so you got the whole band. It's to Mark. Mark, thanks. And then it's got Dave right here. So Dave's there. I think Carrie's right there. And then
here, hold on, let me make it bigger.
Okay. So Dave's right there.
Yeah.
Carrie's right there.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a K.
Yeah. I'm assuming
Tom and Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know which is which.
Gotcha.
Is that a T, you think?
Maybe. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. I was gonna say Jeff's on the bottom there.
Yeah. Okay.
That looks like Jeff.
Yeah,
because the J comes across and it looks like kind of making an H.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking sick.
This is of the time though, so it's not what time is it, or what is or actually it's not Seasons. Is it Seasons? Hold on. It could be. No, it is Seasons. You're right. It is Seasons. Was that 90?
Seasons is 91, right? Seasons in the Abyss is, should know this, released 1990, so it might be a 91 tour. I mean that could be be Clash of the Titans.
The Japanese tour as well.
Oh fuck, okay. That makes it even cooler.
Yeah. So this was from Japan. Somebody brought over from Japan. And just guys, just a ton. It's also really nice. It's not, there's none of this is fucked up. Like this guy like had like he was in a seat somewhere and like had a meet and greet somewhere. I have no idea. But like this thing is tight. It's not fucked up whatsoever. It's just brand new basically. Yeah. And so just pretty sick because we've seen a bunch of tour books in the past, like a bunch of programs, and they're typically, because of the age and everything else, like they're typically pretty fucked. So
I've got a few Rush ones and I've got a couple Maiden ones, and
yeah.
Now those fucking things are expensive. I saw some Kiss ones. I saw like a Kiss. I don't know if I told you that. I saw a Kiss like 10th anniversary one.
Wow, what?
It was like for the 10th anniversary tour. They wanted like $200 for it.
Is that 80, 81, 80?
It's like 81 or something. 81.
Yeah,
something like
I
that.
think
early 80s. Yeah.
So I forgot that existed. But when I found it, I was
like,
fuck, hey, love that I have that. Super sick.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So that's the only it's the only signed thing I have. Or no, I have a Meatloaf. I have a signed Meatloaf record as well. I have a CD and record. I was gonna say like deceased people. I don't have anything signed by deceased folks. Look, I guess that's lucky. Like I don't want anybody like to die.
Sure.
But I think Meatloaf and Hanneman are my only, luckily, passed away people that I have signed
Good
stuff.
point.
Neither though, I met neither of them. So like one was
Yeah.
buying it, the other one was buying it in a record store that somebody turned in or traded in or whatever, right? So like I didn't meet them, but yeah, so fucking sick. Never that's an original Slayer fucking thing. Never gonna get that probably again, obviously. So I assume there's not actually there's probably a ton of items out there with all guys on it. There's probably a ton of them, but at this point, I don't think many people are gonna let go of much.
Yeah, I don't know. There might. I don't know. I don't
We've
know. They
talked
always.
before because I think carry shit's common, like not well common. Carry shit's common. Like I'm sure Dave stuff because he's doing a lot of stuff, so I think you could probably catch him at a smaller venue at some point, maybe like a smaller-ish venue. So like you probably get stuff signed by him, and I think we don't really see any Tom or Jeff stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine it's pretty difficult to get them all four at once. I don't. I imagine later in life they became one of those bands where meet and greets you'd get like 2 of the 4 or something. You get like Carrie and Tom.
Yeah,
especially in the later days of the band, like 2000 onwards.
I imagine a lot of those are Bo staff. A lot of Bo staff meet and greets.
Exactly.
We're sending Bo staff out there to do that shit.
So
we did used to see. I remember. I don't know if you remember this, but at original Tempe Zia, they had the Countdown to the Apocalypse. Is that what it's called? The CD box set. It was signed by Carrie.
Soundtrack to the Apocalypse.
There you go, soundtrack. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was signed by Carrie, the big box CD box. It was signed by Carrie, and that was there for a long while, and neither of us bought that either. And it was like, and it wasn't very expensive. Like that's the thing about Zia, for better or worse, is like they don't sell things as signed. As far as I can remember, like they sell.
They probably do
stuff.
now.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. Like everything that I've ever bought there that was signed, like there's no reason why certain things are forged. Like they're signed by the band. They're just a smaller band. They're not like I bought a Take It Back Sunday, Tell Your Friends signed by the original band for $15 or whatever, right? The CD or the vinyl. They sold it for $15. Like they're not adding more to it because it's signed because I don't think they're verifying. Obviously they can't. They're not going to. But they don't ever advertise it as signed. So I think that kind of works out sometimes. I guess if people are forging things, maybe that's a bad idea. But you take a chance and you roll the dice on it. That's why I got some Cooper shit too. I have all my Cooper signed stuff. It's all that, all the rolling the dice, which I just assumed all of it's real because he lives here. So, whatever.
Yeah, I would guarantee it. Yeah, that's an easy signature. What else you got? You got anything else?
So I got that. I got also other things I forgot existed. So I got some old Rolling Stones because way back when there used to be a ton of Rolling Stones that got traded into Z at one point in time, and they were there for a long while. So some of the highlights that I got here, I have the Bruce. This is on the river coming out, so it's Bruce skating on a lake. Pretty sick. So I got that. I have the cover before that for Darkness. So pretty cool.
Okay.
He's looking.
Got ELO on there too.
Also ELO, yeah. Jerry Rafferty and Poison Harvest. Don't know, but Jerry Rafferty had a name. But yeah, looking sexy, looking small, lean. Looking that guy. And then I got the another one I have, the original Star Wars Rolling Stone. So this is the one that came out in '77. Like, yeah, this is August 25th, '77. So Star Wars just came out. So this is like the original, like fucking hype tour, basically. So pretty sick. This is a little worse for wear. Like it's still not really fucked, but it's a little looser. Also, the nice Marlboro ads in the back. So there's that. So I forgot I had these. Oh, yeah. I didn't forget I had them. Like a gun to my head, I'd be like, I know I have some of that stuff. I just didn't remember what it was. Found this. I think I've shown you this before. No, I know that I have. Pops gave me this way back in the day. The Phoenix Gazette from when Lennon was shot. So have that.
Yeah, you that.
Yeah, so that's real gnarly.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
I'm just stoked that it's cool,
like, but you know what I mean.
Gotcha. I'm just stoked too that like it's the Phoenix Gazette. It's not like the New York Times or whatever the fuck. Like it's like a local paper. Maybe that makes it less cool, but to me, it makes me more cool. So there's that, and then the last thing I have for things that I found, I can trade back to something else later on if you want to. But I don't think you were with me when I bought this. So I think this is Brittany and I walking around after Glendale Glitters like 7 or 8 years ago, maybe. But so this is
Yeah,
all
it's a
ticket
journey.
stubs, all local. Yeah, they got ticket. That's a Journey
Oh,
Pass. It's ticket stubs to all the local shows here in Phoenix,
I think you did show me
and
this.
yeah, and it's local photography. It's a calendar of local photography for massive fucking artists, and it shows you where they were, the band, the date, all that stuff. So got Elton John here, got Sting, Gordon Sting Sumner. That's a good deal there. This is from '83, so 82 pictures, and then got Nancy looking all
Nice.
And then what else we got here? We got little Kevin Cronin. He's the weak link. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry, Kevin.
Wow.
Sorry, you're the weakish. Got Stevie looking
Nice.
pretty Stevie. You know, not prime Stevie, but prime enough for me. Got Tom Petty.
What year's this calendar?
So it's an 83 calendar. Most of the stuff was from 82, 81. I guess this is for the photography.
Gotcha.
So then I got Seeger.
It's cool.
And then got little Wendy O there at Celebrity Theater, which still exists. So actually, most of these venues still exist. Compton Terrace.
It's like the most random one in there, honestly.
Yeah, no, that actually is true. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Got Roth. Fucking awesome. Just crazy. These are all really good pictures too, obviously, which is sick. Got Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Is that Randy?
Still there.
Randy dead.
Yeah, that
Blizzard.
It says Blizzard of Oz, but it's like, is it? Yeah, he's alive then.
Okay, so that'd be Randy then, right?
Because he played on Blizzard of Oz and Diary, so
yeah, that's fair. Good call.
Jake's first album is Bark at the Moon. There you
got
go.
A little bit of that Perry Love. 80. Everybody go check out our Jag on Journey. Got Tommy Shaw, Sticks. All right, so maybe I don't know, Kevin Cronin or Tommy Shaw.
What?
I don't know, the weakest. Then I got some extras. So we got extras. We got Daltrey.
That's cool.
Which is pretty sick. And then I got Mick, which this show is actually on YouTube in HD, and it's fucking unreal. Because they shot it, the pro shot it, unfucking real quality. Like it looks like it was yesterday. It's fucking so sick. Like I showed my mom that maybe a year or two ago, like one of my other trips to Atlanta. I showed that to her, and she watched it when I was gone, and she was marking out on it, like super sick. So yeah, so I don't know whenever 83 rolls around again, like whenever like the years line up, but when it does, I have a calendar for it. So there's that.
Does it say who like put that out? Like, is there a name tied to it?
So it's David Keith Productions in Scottsdale, and also it thanks Barbara and Jeff Nicks at Compton Terrace, which are Stevie Nicks' parents, I believe.
Okay.
And then the Zaleskos, which
yeah, that's why I was asking.
Yeah,
because that Danny Zalesko guy, I know he was friends with Freeman.
Yes, have a personal connection there. And then Dan Siskel and Dick Smith, and I don't know, and Steve Koppelman. I don't know their production companies, but there you go. So super sick. I had that
on that same note, Danny Zalesko guy, I actually saw a book at Azia a while back. That's his book, and I flipped through there, and I'm like, it's pretty interesting. It might be a fun read. Oh, local. Yeah, he's a local promoter, so it's be kind of fun to read about maybe local tours, local stories, show stories and shit.
Yeah, because he, if I remember correctly, because I remember, because you're friend of the family, whatever.
Yeah, my dad's friend, business person, did work with.
Yeah, and I remember because he hooked up your parents with tickets to one of his last shows because he stopped promoting. So he stopped promoting, and then he promoted a show 6 or 7 years ago, maybe.
I think he's still promoting.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. I thought he quit for like a long time or like took a long while off. I don't remember.
He did. He took a long while back, but then he came back, and I think that's where my parents Freeman hooked
went
him
to
up
it.
with tickets to something,
Yeah,
and
it was
then
at Press Room.
yeah,
That's I remember because your parents went to Press Room.
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember what show it was, but yeah, Freeman's cool. He was friends with Cooper and shit. That's how I got the signed Cooper item for you.
there you go.
And
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
he's a cool dude. He's how we got the Christmas pudding tickets and stuff. So my parents went to Christmas pudding before, and they met Halford and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Back, or my
Heck yeah.
mom went backstage. My dad did. So my mom's met Halford.
Yeah, you want the girls
So
backstage, obviously, especially Halford. You know,
yeah, oh yeah, I jump his bones.
exactly.
Um.
Love it.
So yeah, that would be an interesting book. So yeah, I was wondering if he was mentioned in that calendar because I knew
yeah,
he was a
he's
big
one of the
promoter.
promoters.
So
Very cool. Yeah, it'd be
very
cool to
cool.
read that book, especially if it's all local stories about local shows. Because yeah, just like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be kind of
I would
surreal for
imagine
us
it
to
is.
hear about Van Halen touring their first few dates, in the state, and what kind of transpired or whatever. That kind of cool. So
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
that. I found those. I again kind of forgot I had them, and they were pleasant
Yeah.
surprises. And now my the corner over there is all fucking good. I was really gonna get rid of everything, and then I realized that I can't do that. So there you go. Had to keep some stuff.
Don't get rid of that stuff for sure.
No, no.
Yeah.
So like I've never purged anything ever. So I still have 2 more closets to go to purge. And also it's I guess I kind of want to purge records. Like stuff
Ooh.
I don't care about. Like I've sold stuff before, but I've sold like maybe 10 things ever. And it was all stuff that I didn't care about. And all stuff that I kind of like low key bought to resell because I knew when I found it, I was like, that's a rare item. Like,
Mhm.
if need be, if I need a little bit of wham, I'll sell it. So I've done that maybe like 5-10 times. But yeah, I've never purged anything though ever. So
Are you
if I need
thinking
to
just to make space?
yeah, I mean, because at this point, I mean, I don't want to give everything. I got three. I got three. Was that 8 cubes? And they're all full. They're all full. So
Yeah.
like, I don't really have much wiggle room here. So, and even if I just space everything out, it's still not enough. And like at this point, when I buy stuff, I'm putting it on top of stuff. So like I'm sliding it on top. So like
Yeah.
every like shelf right now has stuff on top of it, like every one of them. Like
yeah.
so I don't really want to keep dealing with that. So things that I don't really like, because I've bought a handful of things over the years. Obviously, we both have that. I don't know. It was like I found it was cool, but like I don't need it. I don't want it. And so yeah, I'll figure that out. So if you want to make that a video at some point to see what I'm going to purge,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Oh, definitely. It'd be interesting. Better not be anything I've given you, but we'll check it. We'll double check it.
No, because
We'll
I have everything you've given me or I've taken from you is all shit that I actually want. So that's the difference there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to do that shit with Blu-rays all the time. I'm not quite to that point with records yet.
Yeah.
I will get there. I still have some room left to grow in here, especially if I get rid of the TV. But yeah, with Blu-rays, I have to do it all the time. And what?
If I get rid of this TV here, I'll have more room to fucking to put shit that I don't need in here. That's always the great fucking sacrifices we make.
The nice thing about Blu-rays though is like I upgrade a lot of Blu-rays, so I can just pull the Blu-ray out and put the 4K right in the, basically in the same slot, so I don't have to worry about anything.
The perfect way. That's what I thought with the DVDs. I was like, worst case, if I really truly want that movie and I love it that much, I can just buy it on Blu-ray or 4K. Like it's not a big deal. Like I can just do that at some point whenever it comes out. If I desperately want that fucking movie, but paying for every fucking streaming service at some, has to matter at some point. Like I have access to everything, so I don't need these DVDs anymore. And I don't have anything rare in that. Like I don't have any criterion or anything like that. So like, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
so get rid of
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, let me go through my stuff real quick. I got a couple cool, really fucking cool items. I think Tyler's really going to be impressed with that I saw at Zio today. Zio was obviously after Christmas fucking empty. It's weird to go there though and actually see it happen because like you look through all the major artists and it's like they have literally 0 Fleetwood Mac records. So literally everybody bought every Fleetwood Mac, no matter what it was. They had 0 Pink Floyd records, like zero Metallica records. Any major artist was just completely fucking wiped out.
Beatles, Bowie, everything.
Yeah, just gone. And it's funny because they keep stuff there in stock that isn't as desirable. So like they had no copies of like Momentary Lapse of Reason, like the repress. So like, and I've seen copies there. So like somebody went in and wiped all that, plus obviously all fucking Dark Side and The Wall. And
because
shit too.
I mean, you know as well as I do. When somebody said like, what do we get Greg? He bought a turntable record player. What do we get him? Well, he likes Pink Floyd. Okay, and then so somebody doesn't know anything. Obviously, they're not, I'm going to buy Pink Floyd records, or I'll buy Zeppelin records, or whatever. They're going to buy whatever's there. Like they're not going to. They don't know necessarily what the desired records are. So they'll buy whatever it is. And I think that's what most parents do too for their kids and everything else, or parents or kids do for their parents because their parents are getting back into stuff. And so like, all right, I'm going to buy them Bowie records, and then you buy whatever. So I think that's kind of what happens, and just wipes everything out there for like 2 months. There's gonna be nothing.
Yeah, just very impressive to see. See it in action. Because obviously you hear, record store owners talking about trying to keep rumors in stock, but usually you can see rumors in any record store, and like, nope, all the shit was gone. But anyways, also they actually made a change, and I don't know if you've noticed this at Thunderbird. They put like rare records and shit in one of the glass case. They've been doing that before, but they put fucking milk crates of expensive records in the glass cases up by the trade counter.
Okay.
And they're all in milk crates, and they literally have a sign looking for a rare record. Ask to look through these records. And I'm like, I don't want to, like, I like when the rare records are on the wall that I can see them and go, ooh, like that's fucking cool. Or, ooh, I'm going to spend $100 today or whatever. Like, I was like, yeah, there might be something fucking amazing in there, but I'm not going to go get a person to look through these 8 different fucking milk crates while they stand there and watch me look through them.
For sure. Do you remember what Half Price used to have? Half Price used to have a very cool system. It was the same thing. They'd lock them up though, but it was a wood box. It was in like the records, and they had a little cutout, a plexiglass, and then
you could look through them now.
Or you could flip through it. And so like if you saw something you wanted, you could see every record in there. You could see them all, and they're all $100, whatever, right? And but if you actually wanted to see something, you actually saw it. And then you could ask somebody if you want, but you wouldn't have to ask somebody and then go, no, never mind, I don't want anything or whatever. You're not wasting your time or theirs. So it was a better system. I don't want to talk to anybody. I never want to talk to a fucking soul. So that's
it wasn't even mostly that. It's mostly the fact that I guarantee they're gonna have to stand there and watch you look through them.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like I don't give a shit about talking to somebody if I want something in a case, but like you're gonna stare if I want to look through there was like 6 or 7 crates. So you want to sit here for 15 minutes while I look through these and deliberate? Like, no, this is stupid fucking business practices. Also, like
that's a better.
I heard.
Oh, well, I'm saying that's better than what they usually do, because they usually have the tall glass case or whatever. And we talked this a million times. They have records in there that like they have like 3 or 4 deep records. So you see what's on the outside, but you can't see really I guess you can see the back of the inside. Of like a 4th record deep, but you can't see what their prices are. You can't see what's in the middle or anything. So
the
you
milk
have
crates,
to talk to somebody.
The milk crates are even worse though.
You see one
because you can't see anything. Yeah. You see one on the outside and barely at that point. So like you have to, like, if something's in the case that I want to check out the price and I actually really want it, I will just ask for the price. But like, I'm not going to sit there and look through all the records. That was kind of my point. So they're making weird changes. I don't know if they just did that for the holidays or what. Also, like when you go to the record store and you hear shit that like it's so factually wrong, like you just want to talk, but he's just like, all right, I'm not going to talk anymore. I remember there was a kid looking through shit, and one of his friends walked up and it's like, oh, did you get he called it a phonograph, which is really weird.
Nice. That's a choice word right there.
And he's like, oh, did you get a phonograph? And the kid was like, no, I'm just kind of looking through this stuff.
Did he have an accent? I feel like that's a Euro word.
No, I don't think so.
No, okay, interesting.
But I felt like the kid didn't say this, but I was like, he just wants to look through shit to frame up and bring down the heating bill and the fucking, during this harsh winter we're having here in AC. Yeah, but anyways, and then the other kid, they said phonograph goes, yeah, but if you buy like any turntable in the last 40 years, they're all really good. It's just like,
nice.
okay. It's like when you hear something so factually wrong.
He's just very optimistic and positive. I like it.
I guess
he's just really optimistic about modern technologies.
Yeah, they don't make junk. Well, he said 40 years, so I'm like, I guess they haven't made junk since fucking
the 70s,
whatever, the 70s, and
80s.
I guess they never made junk then, and they don't make junk now. I guess they just never made junk turntables.
No, black piece of crap stuff didn't exist ever. Interesting. So, that's really weird. They made that choice. I didn't like it. I'm curious. So, did you ask about it or no?
No, fuck. No, I didn't ask.
Okay. We saw this before. I'm always curious what you think is rare, what you constitute as expensive and rare. Not you, but Zia. Like, because we've seen things that were wrapped, because they used to do the wraps where they double wrap it and then they tape it so you can't.
Well, they still do that too. So
yeah, but we've seen that done to like $17 records, and we've seen it done to $120 records. So like, there's a wide range there. And
so what do you
in between they're not. So
so what? Yeah, to your point, what do you have in those crates? Do you have a bunch of $20 records, or do you have actual?
Because another thing that I think most record stores, not even just Zia or anything local here, I think a lot of people would like this. And if I was employed by Zia or any of the record stores, if I ever want to make the decision to do that and just spend all my money and never pay rent at that point, right? But I want a fucking note on there that tells me why it's rare. Like, why is this expensive? Like, so you're putting, absolutely. Like, I want you to tell me, well, Zia, because they're basically like our local, Walmart of records, basically, right? Like, there's fucking 6 locations, 5 locations, right? So
they're the biggest chain.
But biggest chain, yeah. I want you to put a fucking note card on there, or just even a post-it note that tells me, like, why is this copy of fucking Cat Stevens, Teeth of the Tillerman, why is this record $65? It looks the same to me, and I need you to tell me, well, it's a Dutch press, a Dutch first pressing, whatever, this and that. Like, I need you to give me more than just what it is. Like, I can find out a lot by looking at the bottom and looking at the barcodes, but even old stuff doesn't have barcodes. I can find it a lot, but I still want to know why you think this is a 40, 50, 60, 70, $100 record, because oftentimes, to me, they overprice certain things that are just ridiculously overpriced. And the one that I always go to, and it's still there right now as we're speaking, is that Nine Inch Nails fucking box set thing, because they have it's still marked at $120 when it's still readily available for $40. The fragile deviations.
Part of the problem is I say they don't have the same buyers all the time.
Yeah.
And then the good people there that do buy shit, they get promoted and they become managers, so they stop buying shit. So you have random people buying, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, and they don't even, you can tell some of them don't know how to use Discogs. So they'll look something up and they'll just look it up, and like, they don't know how to read dead wax. So they'll just look it up and go, oh, it's $15. This is what it's going for. Oh, this is $20. This is the median, or this is the last sold. And it's again, like, you don't know how to interpret the data at all. And they don't know how to they can't keep good people there. First of all, like, I'm not bad mouthing all the employees, but like, it's a fact. Like, it's changed a lot in the last 10 years.
For probably our first, what do you say, 7, 8 years, 10 years? Our first 7, 8, 10 years, there was like a solid like 4 or 5 people that worked there for years and years and years. And then for the last 5 or 6 years, there's been massive turnover all the time. Like, there's always, every time we go in, there's new people every single time. And
I think also part of the problem, like you were mentioning about the Nine Inch Nails box, that they don't update pricing.
No.
So like, they don't go back and look at shit. They just leave it on the shelf, and if it's $200, it just stays $200 and sun fades into nothing. So there's a lot of ways that I would.
I know you can approach with offers of a certain, like, for certain things you can approach with offers, I imagine, with big money items.
Sure.
Like, not obviously, if you're buying Van Halen 1 for $17, I'll give you 12. Like, that's not a thing. But like, if there's a big box of something like the Nine Inch Nails or whatever, or something that's expensive, I'm assuming you can go to an offer because I've done that before back in the day when they had the Deja Entendu before it was repressed and it was up there for like
Mm-hmm.
a buck 60. I remember the guy whenever I came in Tempe, he was always like, do me a buck 10 today and I'll give it to you. And I was like, nah, I don't know. And I kept walking around on it and never bought it. But so you can approach them with offers for big ticket items, big money items, but it's still ridiculous because a lot of people don't really think about it like that, and they just kind of see $200 for that box set that's been there forever, and
Yeah.
they don't ever reduce it to a meaningful amount, because even when they do a lot of stores too, not just Z, but a lot of stores, when they do price reductions, they're reducing it by like $5, and that's just okay. Like,
I mean, that might be totally different now, though. As they've gotten bigger, they might not negotiate. So you don't even know.
that's true.
Like, also, I think they just take too much shit in. So, like, they used to just do records, CDs, movies.
It's Goodwill.
And then they started doing books. And then they started doing T-shirts and action figures and pops and literally anything.
Magazines.
Electronics. Yeah. So, like, I think that's part of the problem, too. Like, you need like a vinyl buyer.
Yeah.
You need a CD buyer because there is expensive CDs. Like, you need a Blu-ray buyer because there's expensive Blu-rays.
Yeah.
And they can't sit there and look everything up.
Or you need someone
they can do it after the fact, but
that's fair. You need to have someone that's like has a Catholic enough fucking knowledge of shit so that they don't have to look up everything. They can just make it like a very like just a generalized like, well, that's I don't know. I don't even know what pressing that is, but that's gonna be fucking $17. That's gonna be this, and that's gonna be that, and be somewhat accurate when they make fucking offers on things. Because they can't look up every item, but you need somebody to fucking know what they're looking at.
I'll show you two things. They're not vinyl related, but I'll show you two things to prove my point, and then we'll finally wrap this up. So I just bought this today. Halloween.
Oh,
Blockbuster
nice.
presents
very cool.
VHS. Okay, this is $1. This is my price point for VHS. Really, like I want to buy VHS at $1.
Wow.
I very rarely will spend more than $1. So my point is, like, I've seen Halloween there. Now, granted, it's been different versions.
Yeah.
So this is a later, like, Blockbuster, whatever.
But also
I've seen different versions.
Box is pretty cool.
Yeah, but they've ranged from like 10 to like 25, $30, and this is $1. Also, like, because they've been pricing a lot of like name brand movies, no matter what it is, at like $5 or more for VHS. Also, I got this.
Ooh, very cool.
This is $1 too.
We've seen that cover before. It's fucking awesome.
It's cool, yeah. It's cool, shiny. It's got embossing, so very cool. If this was any other buyer, this probably would have been a 5 spot, and that Halloween could have been like a 10 spot. I would have bought them. But
horror VHSs, without me even looking everything up, that's a $5-10 bill immediately, and then if it's something crazy, it's up from there.
Yeah, exactly.
What year is that Close Encounters? Is that is that 2001? It's gotta be an anniversary release, right? Close Encounters 81, 83, 82?
Well, it originally came out in 77.
Oh shit, okay, so that was a 97 then?
Yeah, this might be like 97. It's just 98. So it's not an anniversary, it's just like a collector's edition. But
that's fucking awesome.
But yeah, just to prove my point, like, you randomly go in there on a different day, and those could have been $5 or $10 respectively, depending on who bought them. So like, just like kind of just know what the fuck you're buying sometimes and price things accordingly. Anyway, let's move. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to vinyl. So I didn't pick this up at Zia, but it did come in. This is Unto Others. This is their first record. It was released under Idle Hands, wearing the Idle Hands sweatshirt. Didn't do that on purpose, but I just love this sweatshirt. I actually bought this on their web store right before they changed names, because they put up on their Instagram like, we got to clear out all this merch. So I remember getting this sweatshirt for like $10, and I got Anna a shirt, and it was really cool. They sent us like a typed up note that was signed. I think it was by Gabriel. I have it in the cabinet out there, but I think it's signed by him, and it just says thanks for buying like the last remaining Idle Hands merch. You got a piece of band history, blah blah blah. So,
That's cool.
so that's cool. But kind of roundabout, this is the first pressing of their first record under this name. So this literally just came out. So this came out in 2019. Absolutely adore this record. Really, if you're into goth music, but goth metal, like they're for you. It's funny, they call them, they're basically in the likes of In Solitude, which they are. In Solitude was a band before this. They broke up, but very kind of traditional metal, but with like goth undertones. The Cure and the Sisters of Mercy, and that's like a perfect description of Unto Others. So, like, if you're into any of those bands, check them out. So this just came out and got this in from the label, and I was very excited to get it. Now, however, I was very pissed originally because this is a blue swirl, and I pulled this out, and I'm like, this is black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did they fuck up? And I'm like, there wasn't even a black pressing available.
Okay.
So I was like, what is going on? And I was like showing Anna, and I'm like, does this look black to you? And she's like, yeah. Then I got in here and actually held it up to the light, and you're not going to be able to see it, but it's like the faintest blue. Like, Jesus. I can see it on my end. It doesn't, you can kind of see, it's just a reflection of the screen. But it's like the faintest of blue. So I have to show you in person, but I was pissed at first because I'm like, why did I get a black pressing? Like, there wasn't even a black. I don't even think they pressed this in black.
It was just too dark for blue.
There is blue in there, but you just have to have a light, like literally right on it. So anyways,
you have your phone right there?
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I gotta send them a note or something.
Yeah, there it
See
is.
The blue there? Yeah.
There you go. Wow. Okay. That's actually, it looks cooler than what it actually looks like. It looks cooler in the light than it does like not in the light, right?
Yeah, it does. It does look cool. It's a cool pressing. I'm just like, this is like the faintest of blue. Because I'm like, dude, I gotta send them an email. Like, I didn't even know they had a black pressing of this. But anyway, I did get it. So that is very cool because the original pressing is pretty expensive now. And it's probably even more expensive because you're never going to be able to get it under the original name ever again. Yeah. But it came with a nice poster too. So not too big, but big enough.
You know me, I love my posters. That's cool.
Got the guys on there.
Little Faith Plus One action on there.
Exactly. Got a sticker, which is cool too. So I have an Idle Hand sticker as well. So now I have it on Unto Others. And then got a download code and lyric insert.
Hell yeah.
So this record's fucking awesome. Highly, I jock this band forever. I think they're gonna be a fucking big deal.
You're calling it?
And yeah, I'm calling it. And usually I can kind of predict that shit. Like I was there with Ghost. I was there with Volbeat. Like I can kind of predict it. Like they're set up to do very big things, and they're getting booked on tours that make sense. You know, they've opened for Behemoth and Merciful Fate and King Diamond. So like they're getting booked on shit that makes sense. So
you gotta be an A&R guy, brother.
Maybe. All right. Next up, and then we'll get into the I got one more thing, and then we'll get into the two things I wanted to show Tyler. Yes, Tormato. Ooh. This is a cellophane copy of this. This is a 78. Nice. Their 78 release. I know this record's kind of panned, but I'm on the mission just to buy cheap, nice. Yes. So I was like, I know this is a weird, controversial record. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I was like,
so I've seen that record, the cover, about 1 million fucking times, Ty. Maybe 1 million one times now.
Yeah.
But I've never actually seen it. I've seen the top where his his basic top of his torso. I've never fucking seen the middle or the bottom. So when you showed that initially, I was like, "Whoa, that's fucked. Why did he buy that?" I thought it was something going on. So I've never noticed that before. That's wild. That's a tomato sauce, I guess it's supposed to be.
It's just a tomato like splattered on there.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Cool, very cool.
So pretty nice pressing there. Like I said, $5 in cellophane. So
love it.
And then it's funny you were talking about signed stuff at Zia. because I picked this up. And this, they got signed at Psycho Las Vegas.
Ooh.
And it had like a hype sticker. It had a sticker on there, but it was on a shitty sleeve. So I got to try to get the hype sticker off. Because it says like signed in person by at Zia Psycho Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But it was on a terrible sleeve that I don't want to use.
Who is that?
This is Samael. They are an early black metal band.
Okay.
I don't think it's Norway. I want to say like Sweden. But anyway, their first couple black metal records are really fucking cool. And they basically, this is like 2002. It's on white. This is done by Back on Black. It's a 2 LP. In their latter years, and they're still going, they basically turned into very industrial, like 9 Inch Nails mixed with like Rammstein.
Love it.
So just completely different from their early shit. But I enjoy some of this stuff too. And I saw this there, and it was the same price as a brand new one. So it was like $28 to get it signed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll pick that up because this is one I've been eyeing for a while.
Yeah.
So
Swiss.
Okay.
Swiss.
So Switzerland. Gotcha. So I knew it was somewhere over there. But yeah, they got a couple early black metal that's just pure fucking black metal, really badass. And then, like I said, they changed their style, went more Rammstein, 9 Inch Nails type stuff. You might actually dig it because it's very in that vein.
I like it.
So yeah, so got that signed by both dudes. So
yeah, also like it even more because guys' names of the band here, Vorf, VORPH, XY, so Zai maybe, Drop,
probably, yeah,
and Ales.
Yeah,
that's pretty sick about it.
So yeah, this is Era 1. That's the name of the record. So
yeah,
there you go. Pick that up.
Very cool. Not bad.
And then my last two pickups there, they go together.
Okay.
I was super fucking stoked to find these, Tyler. And I had to like check because I'm like, are these boots or something? And they were cheap. They were not expensive. So we got Whitesnake with Trouble.
Trouble. Yep.
So you know this record, but you know the other cover, right?
Is the other cover?
So you probably know that cover right there, that black one, that one right there.
Yes, sir.
So I had never seen this cover before.
Okay.
I had never seen this. So I was like, Trouble, I kind of know that record. So I picked this up and I'm like, is this a boot or something really thin? So I'm like, is this an import? Is this a boot? Import. Whatever. So yes, it's an import. It's a made in Holland import of Trouble. So I went on Discogs earlier and it's funny. I can't find this dead wax on there. I could find this label.
That was clean as shit too.
It's pretty nice. It was $10.
Okay.
So I can find this label, but I can't find this dead wax.
Yeah.
But the cheapest versions I'm finding, if you want to get them in the US, are $40, $50, $60. Wow. And it's not that many.
Nice. That is awesome.
So that is round one of that. This one, I believe, very fucking cool cover.
Very cool. We're both trying to get the snakes. So we're both, when we see cheap snake or maybe a moderately priced snake, we're trying to get it. And so that's awesome you added to it.
So very clean. And this one, it's a reissue. I know that because it comes with like this, I guess Fame was maybe the imprint. I put this out. It's on Sunburst EMI. It's real confusing because it's Sunburst on the back here. It's EMI on the label. And then it's Fame on the front.
Interesting.
Right there.
I saw that,
And this is Fame. So it's like a insert with all like, you can buy this also on Fame.
Yeah.
So you got like Deep Purple and Scorpions, a bunch of other shit. Pink Floyd.
There you go.
Seeger. So I was like, this is badass. So I pulled that out. And then I also pulled this, which this has only ever been released in Japan and France.
Ooh.
Okay. On any format.
Wow.
Okay. Cassette, CD, vinyl. And there's not that many pressings of it all in any format listed on Discogs. So this is the best of
Wow.
Whitesnake.
Yo.
So this was also $10. So this is a French pressing
Okay.
of this best of Whitesnake. And I'll show you the label and stuff because it's real cool. So kind of, it just looks French, you know?
No, you're right, 100%.
Real weird. It's got like a dog on there, and a guy holding a dog. So
is it early?
Yes, like this is all early stuff. Like it's got Love Hunter on there.
Yeah.
It's got Trouble, the song, the title track.
Pre-slide it in then?
It's got 8 and 11, The Heart of the City, Full
Yeah.
for Your Lovin'.
Yeah.
So those are the big songs that like I know right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So this is.
Slide
See,
84.
I had to look this up too. I think this is an 82 pressing of this.
That makes sense then, yeah.
I think they first did this in 79. I got to clean it, but I think they first did this in 79 based on what Discogs was saying. And like I said, it's only ever been pressed, at least the stuff that's on Discogs, in Japan and France. Randomly, there's.
We need to press it?
Well, I was just not on vinyl. I think the last vinyl pressing was like in France in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
Randomly, in 2021, there was a UHQR CD of it in Japan.
Oh shit! Interesting. Wow.
There's the back.
That's awesome.
Got all the guys there. I don't know. This might have been. I'm trying to remember what the sticker was, Tyler. I think this it's a generic sticker, but I remember Revolver.
Revolver, and I believe Steve's had that.
It might be Steve's because it says import, and I know he would always write
what it was. That's Steve.
Yeah.
What year is that?
15.
That's Steve, right?
Very could be Steve because I remember he used to write on the sticker like import or whatever, kind of like what you were alluding to.
We keep saying Steve for our listeners out there that are confused, millions of listeners. Steve was the record buyer for a place called Thrifty Joe's, and we never called it Thrifty Joe's. We called it Steve's because Steve was the record buyer there, and that's the only guy we ever dealt with. We only bought records there, but that's 100% Steve.
I think it is. This both might have came from his shop.
That's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, just random finds. The cover's sick. Just Coverdale on there.
So Steve had it for 10 too.
He had it for $10.25 if it was truly his. And Zia had it for the same price. I think there is none for sale on Discogs right now. This particular pressing. So,
Jesus Christ, yo,
and
you fucking did it.
So it's just getting lucky, just randomly, because they had nothing there, Tyler. When I mean they absolutely had nothing, they had fucking nothing there.
Yeah, so. Everything was leaning. Everything was heavy leaning there.
Yeah. So basically, with the gift card, I got basically half of that for nothing. So shout out Josh. So yeah, that's it for the pickups. I'm glad I got the pop Tyler too. So
I'm super stoked on that because we're both trying to get the snakes as much as we can. Nice snake is hard to come by, especially early snake is hard to come by here because snake wasn't really a big deal here at the time until '87. So early snake, we're trying to get it. I have Love Hunter, I have Slide It In, I have '87 obviously. That might be it actually. Oh, I have Heart of the City. I got
you got the greatest hits.
Oh, I got the greatest hits, yeah. And then yeah, I think that might be it actually. Like my snake is not as healthy as I want it to be. What's funny about that, again, for our loyal listeners out here, what's funny about that is that if that was Steve's, Steve had a fucking treasure trove of snake there for a long time, and we were not buying snake at the current time at that point. So like I remember we made a joke comment because he had a lot. Yeah, I slid it in as 87 greatest hits, live in the heart of the city. We made a comment because he had so much snake that we were like, yeah, we make a bulk buy of the Whitesnake. We just kind of made a joke about it at the time. and he was like, I would do that. Please do that. Absolutely. Like he said that, like, I think he would have done it, but we just both were like, no, we were just kidding, whatever. Right. And then we just moved on.
Yeah.
But looking back, kicking ourselves, we didn't do that.
Oh yeah.
And that's a whole nother episode we've talked about many times with vinyl regrets.
Vinyl regrets.
So whole nother thing that we can talk about at that point. But that's awesome. I'm glad that you fucking finally were able to find those. And that's stuff that you do not see ever.
Well, it's stuff I wasn't even looking for. I didn't even know existed, really. I mean, I knew of Trouble, but I didn't know that cover. Yeah. So like I didn't know that's, I guess they changed the cover for the US release. And went to that black cover with the
I'd be curious, did we get Trouble initially, or is that a later, like was that a later, like they sent Trouble over to the US like a year or two after it came out? I'm wondering.
I don't know. It's a good question. It's probably later. I know a lot of that early Whitesnake is.
So Trouble is the first record, and let's see here. It was later available in the US as an import. Doesn't give a date on here, but yeah, we definitely got it delayed for sure. That's crazy. That's awesome. I love it.
So yeah, really sick to find those, and they still have that copy of David Coverdale's Whitesnake. The one with his. It's like $30.
Yeah.
But like next time I go, if it's still there,
you're meant
because they have it sealed. So next time they go, I'm gonna pull it out and take it up to the cashier and have them open it up. And if it's nice, I'll probably buy it. So
yeah.
So fun.
Super
that was a good one. Yeah, that was fun, man. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this, if you made it all the way this far, you might as well give us a like. Comment down below, what have you enjoyed in these pickups? What have you been picking up? And we would certainly appreciate you sticking around, subscribing. You get the main podcast every week, usually on Monday. It's just a holiday and I'm feeling lazy. So anyways, guys, we'll see you next time for another edition of Vinyl Hall.